Uh, Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the lecture number 13 on the construction of body fluids. So, in the lecture number 12, we have seen the different transfer function terms, the first order terms and the second order terms, and how it can be converted into its time constant form. So, after and then you need to replace the s by j omega. So, after completing these two steps, the third step is finding the corner frequencies of the open loop transfer function. Okay, so let us find the corner frequencies from different. So the corner frequencies are contributing from different first order and second order terms in open loop transfer functions. So the corner frequency can be contributed from first order term. If it is contributed from first order term, then the corner frequency is 1 by tau. Note that the tau has the unit of second and 1 by second is frequency. Okay, so 1 by tau is the corner frequency. This is corner frequency. Actually, the corner frequency is the frequency where the magnitude plot changes its magnitude. Magnitude plot actually changes its slope. Okay, so corner frequency for first order term is 1 by tau. Now, for example, you have first of all the term should be in time constant form. Okay, then and then only you can find the value of tau, the correct value of tau, and the correct value of 1 by tau, that is corner frequency. So let's say 3 upon s plus 9. This is the tau, for example. Now I need to convert into time constant form. So 3 upon 9 s by 9 plus 1. Okay, so this is nothing but 3 by 9 s by 9 plus 1. So this is nothing but 1 by 3 divided by s by 9 plus 1. So what is k? K is 1 by 3. What is tau? Tau is 1 by 9. So tau is 1 by 9. So the corner frequency for this term is 1 by tau is the corner frequency, and which is equal to 9. So 9 is the corner frequency for this term. Okay. Note that corner frequencies are the frequencies from where the magnitude plot changes its slope. That we will see later on. Okay. Right now, you should know that corner frequency is that frequency where the magnitude plot changes its the slope of the magnitude curve. Now, the corner frequency for second order term. For note that first order term in the numerator of the transfer function, then also the corner frequency is 1 by tau. If the first order term is in the denominator, then also the corner frequency is 1 by tau. But it means that corner frequency is contributing from poles or corner frequencies are contributing from zeros. Okay. Corner frequency for second order term. So the second order term is something like this. Okay. So for a second order term, the corner frequency is omega n. Okay. So the corner frequency is omega n. Let us take an example. Let's say, for example, this is the system G of s, H of s. So now this can be compared with this. Note that the coefficient of s raised to 2 should be 1. Okay, then and then only you can compare. If there is a 9 here, you need to take 9 common. Okay, so let's say I'm putting 4. Alright, so now 14 by 4 or you can say 14, 4 common, then s square plus 6 by 4s plus 625 by 4, okay, and this is equal to 14 by 4 divided by s square plus 6 by 4s plus 625 by 4. So now you can compare with this. So what is omega n square? Omega n square is this. So omega n square is 625 by 4. So omega n is nothing but the root of this, and therefore omega n is nothing but 25 by 2. So this is the corner frequency, okay, for a second order term. Omega n is the corner frequency for second order term. All right. So to summarize, for calculation of the corner frequency for a first order term, either in the numerator or in the denominator, it is 1 by tau. Corner frequency for a second order term, either in the numerator or in the denominator, for a second order term, it is omega n. Not that it has to be compared with the standard transfer function of the second order system, that is s square plus 2 xi omega ns plus omega n square. All right. Now, corner frequency for 1 by s, there is no corner frequency, okay. Corner frequency for s, let's say there is a 0 in the numerator, there is s in the numerator, then there is a 0 at origin, then also there is no corner frequency. Let's say s square, no corner frequency. Let's say 1 by s raised to n, let's say there are n number of poles in the origin, then there is no corner frequency. Okay. So for a pole at origin or for a 0 at origin, there is no corner frequency. There is no corner frequency for the gain term also, the k, okay. All right. So we have learned how to find the corner frequency from the open loop transfer functions. All right. Now let us see something about the magnitude plot, and before that, let us see how the slopes can be written in a semi-log graph paper. So let us understand this. That is how to draw different slope lines in semi-log graph paper. This is very much required. You should understand this carefully. Okay. All right. So the topic is. So I want to draw different slope lines in a semi-log graph paper. How it can be done. So the standard slopes is actually 20 dB. Okay. Or you can say 40 dB. Okay. Or you can say minus 20 dB. Sorry, dB per decade. dB per decade, minus 40 dB per decade, or minus 60, plus minus 60 dB per decade. So these are different standard slopes, okay. So dB is the gain per decade is the slope, okay. Because you know that the magnitude plot is decibel versus frequency. And this frequency line is divided into decades. We have seen that. So, how much variation is there in the magnitude per decade? That is the slope. So, if let's say in a decade, if the slope is changing from 0 to minus 20 dB, then it is minus 20 dB per decade line. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, this is the semi-log graph paper. This is 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 and 4. Okay, and let's say this is the system. Okay, let's say uh, this difference is, let's say, 20 dB. Okay, so this is also 20, this is also 20. So this, the scale of this is 20 dB. From this to this, the magnitude is changing from 0 dB to 20 dB, something like that. Okay, and this is 1 decade. Okay, so this would be 10 raised to, let's say, -1, this is to 10 raised to 0, this is 10 raised to 1, this is 10 raised to 2, this is 10 raised to 3. Okay, so from here 10 raised to -1 to 10 raised to 0, 1 decade or 1 cycle, 10 raised to 0 to 10 raised to 1, another decade, and so on. Now let's say I'm putting any point here. This is the point. I want to draw a line of plus 20 dB slope which is passing through this point. What should I do? So I want to, so you know that this line has a positive slope and this line has a negative slope. Okay, so positive slope and negative slope. So now it means that in a decade amount of the period, the slope of the magnitude should increase by 20 dB. So from here, 1 decade is here. This is 1 decade. Okay, and the slope changes from this to this. This is 20. Okay, this. So now this is the point. I will join these 2 points. This is plus 20 dB per decade line. Okay, let's say I'm taking this point. I want to mark a line which is passing through this point, whose slope is plus 20 dB per decade. So what should I do? I should go from this point to this 1 decade ahead. So this point, and then plus 20 means up this one. I will join these 2 points. This is plus 20 dB per decade line. Okay. So this is the line passing through this point, whose slope is plus 20 dB per decade. Now, any 2 lines or any n number of lines whose slopes is plus 20 dB per decade in an entire semi-log graph paper, all lines are parallel lines. Okay, all lines are parallel. Now let's say this point, I want to draw a slope of plus 20 dB per decade, which is passing through this point. I will go from this to 1 decade here, then plus here. So this is plus 20 dB per decade. I hope you understand how to draw a plus 20 dB per decade. Alright, let's say point is here in between, not on the grid. Then I should go from this to this, here 1 decade, then here to here 20. I need to measure this. Okay, this 20 dB. I will go up and I will join this. This is also a plus 20 dB per decade. Let's say this is the graph paper, semi-log graph paper. Okay, this is 1 decade. Okay, now I want to draw a line. So let's say minus 20 dB per decade. Earlier we have seen about plus 20. So let's say this is the point. I want to draw a line of minus 20 dB per decade slope passing through this point. What should I do? I should go back 1 decade. So this point. Then minus 20 is this way. This is minus 20. So actually the unit of from here to here, the slope is, the gain is 20 dB changing. Okay. So 20, and I will mark this point, and then I will join these 2 lines. This is, sorry. This is actually plus 20 dB. Okay, sorry. So let's say this is the point. I will go here and I will go in the forward here and then here. So this is the line, okay? This is minus 20 dB per decade. I will go 1 decade ahead and then minus 20 down. Or what I can do, I can go here and can go up. Okay, this is also minus 20 dB per decade line. Let's say I want to draw minus 40 dB per decade line. So what should I do? From here to here and then 40 is here. So this is 20, this is 20, this is 20, so this is 40. So this is 40 dB per decade line, minus 40 dB per decade line. Okay, let's say I want to draw a line passing from this whose slope is minus 20 dB per decade. So I will go 1 decade here. I will then from here to here, this is 20 dB, and I will join these 2 points. This is also minus 20 dB per decade. This line and this line, they would be parallel. Any 2 lines whose slope is same in the entire graph, they are parallel lines. Okay. Let's say, for example, I want to draw a line passing from this point whose slope is minus 60 dB per decade. Let's say. So what I will go? I will go to this, or I can go from here to 1 decade here, and then 1, 2, and 3. I will join this. So this is 20, this is 20, this is 20, 60. So this is minus 60 dB per decade line. Okay. So this is how I request all of you to practice on this. Okay. All right. So in today's class, we have seen how to find the corner frequencies from the different terms. The corner frequency for a pole at origin, that is 1 by s term, or multiple pole at origin, that is 1 by s raised to n term, or a 0 at origin, that is s on the numerator, or multiple zeros on the numerator, that is s raised to n on the numerator. They doesn't contribute in the any corner frequencies. Then the corner frequency for the first order term, that is tau s plus 1, their corner frequency is 1 by tau. And the corner frequency for the second order term, that is s square plus 2 xi omega ns plus omega n square. The corner frequency for second order term, either in the numerator or in the denominator, it is omega n. In finding that corner frequency, note that the coefficient of s raised to 2 should be 1. Then we have seen what are the different important slopes, that is plus minus 20 dB, plus minus 40 dB, plus minus 60 dB. And we have seen that how to draw a slope line, how to draw a line on the semi-log graph paper passing through a given point on the graph paper whose slope is maybe plus 20 dB per decade or minus 20 dB per decade, plus 40, minus 40 dB per decade, plus 60 or minus 60 dB per decade. Thank you. In the next class, we are going to plot the magnitude plot and the phase plot. Thank you.